lovelies. Well, was it yesterday we had a beautiful confirmation, if you like, or a robin flew in the house and sat on my video stand up here, and I've just proceeded to find bird poo on it. Which, is it lucky? I would say it was lucky. We had some beautiful cards for the collective this morning, and I don't know if you can see the colour here, but it's all very pink and almost like summer feeling about it. Some might be wondering why I do the cards first and then go live. It's because I like to write a poem for my friends, followers on Facebook, surrounding the cards first to get a feel, and then I write a poem about it and then go live. So message from the fairies for the collective. This morning we had the King of Pentacles, and this king keeps coming up, but he's when you look at the cards, he's like the last court card, I think they're called, to reach the King of Pentacles. It's slow, methodical, grounded progress. He's worked very, very hard. He can also represent like an older father, grandfather figure, but he's worked very hard in order to get to where he is. He likes to take care of other people. I have Kings of Pentacles in my life. They like to make sure that everyone around them is feeling safe and secure. He's trustworthy. So this is either a person or it's an energy that we're being asked to come into, especially when it has to do with our foundations. Could be this has got this feeling of kind of grandfather, generational feel about him. Everybody, he's not the life and soul of the party, if you like. He's more in his head, which is obviously why he's King of Pentacles. But it also can symbolize structures in the 3D. And along with the King of Pentacles, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a gift. This is a gift in either a new skill that's come online, or you're being gifted from the universe this whole new venture. Aces always represent the beginning of something, a start, a birth of something, and obviously the ace then builds up to the 10 and then to the King of Pentacles. But this huge bubble around the top feels like it could be a brand new idea that's been birthed out of or given to you as a form of almost like you've accomplished something, so the universe is offering you this gift. But it's harvest time, as you can see with all the fruit that's underneath it. It's a time for reaping what we've sowed, if you like, and that's what the King of Pentacles has done. He sowed his seeds well on fertilized ground, good soil, in order for his kingdoms to grow. The other card we got with that was life energy, and again, this has got some really beautiful colors around. As you can see, like she's in her flow, arms open, receptive to receiving source energy, and all those sunflowers around her. This is definitely coming online, or realizing how much life energy we have and how to get it. the happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. Now, alongside that, we had another beautiful card. And this woman, the peacock there is holding, it almost looks like a pentacle, but it's probably a clock. And there's a road ahead of her, and it looks like extended family maybe on this side, but this is, it's heart chakra, definitely with the pink, but it's about really forming strong boundaries. I think these boundaries are to do with your life energy, because once you've harnessed and understand source energy and how to get it, you have to then create these very strong boundaries in order to protect it, especially when we are starting off new ventures. So the boundaries are really important. It's about saying no and being firm, not only outwardly but inwardly with yourself in these boundaries, with these boundaries. So some really beautiful colours going on there. Bottom of the deck, we had find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. I love her wings in this one. They're very dragonfly. But yeah, she's making sure, oops, she's making sure that she's having enough time, balancing things out. And she's got this star around her neck as well, which is a bit like a pentacle. Sorry, I'm being a bit wobbly there. But that's green. Again, that goes in line with life energy. Make sure that if your life energy is being given out, it's also being received in balance with whoever it is you're sharing it with, so that we don't end up depleted. Bottom of the deck, with these ones, we had triggers. And again, these could be little triggers that are here to test us, to see if we have learnt how to set our boundaries within ourselves or with other people. You know, one example of that could be I don't respond to calls after a certain time of night because you know, sleep's important. Just little things like that, that's setting those boundaries within ourselves and then walking the walk, talking the talk, walking the walk, which is what the King of Pentacles has done to get to where he is. But the triggers could also be good triggers. So it's about recognizing the wins, like the robin landing on my phone yesterday. You know, the universe also sends us signs to show us that we're moving in the right direction, and they can be triggers as well. But noticing triggers not just in ourselves but in other people. Now we did have, there was just one, this little fella popped up at the bottom of the deck. He can sometimes be self-sabotage, us sort of falling back into, especially when things are going really well and we're not kind of used to that. He can sometimes come along and be the devil on the shoulder, if you like. You've got the angel on one side and the devil on the other. You can do it. No, you can't. Yes, you can. You know what I mean? So again, this energy can be restrictions that we may have had to create boundaries for. unhealthy habits, unhealthy patterns. So that was just, again, it could be a trigger that's coming in. You know, sometimes when things are going so well, we're like, oh, great, I'll go out and celebrate. And that celebration can end up being 3 nights out, you know, which is not really where we're going with this energy. He doesn't go out partying for 3 nights. He goes to bed early, he eats properly, he, you know, he takes care of himself. And so, yeah, we're going to pull some more cards and find out what else is going on. Find balance, life energy, boundaries, Ace of Pentacles, so harvest time, a brand new beginning, something's come in the form of being able to create more abundance. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a, you know, a lump sum or something. It could be. So we have the Four of Swords. Now that fell on top of life energy. So there could have been a period. The Four of Swords here represents, it's a little pause in, you know, moving forward where they're healing. You can see they're both fast asleep, but they're both, you know, cuddling each other, looking after each other. A period of healing, maybe in order to regain your life force. So this could be after the completion of something. That fell out on life force, so I'm going to, life energy, so I'm going to put it there. So yeah, a period of healing. And when they fall out on the left, I tend to think that it's something that's kind of already happened, or we're going through. And then, yes, the Wheel of Fortune. So that fell out on top of the Ace. So after this period of healing, we've got back in touch. We're in our King of Pentacles energy. We've realised, you know, we are life force. That doesn't come from anything outside of us. That comes from within. That comes from meditating, eating well, cutting ties with anything that no longer serves you. The Wheel of Fortune then turns. This is prosperity. This is harvest time. And that fell on boundaries. When you've created strong boundaries, and she's all purple as well, so it's very peace of mind. So we have the Emperor, which fell out on life energy as well. This is divine masculine, balanced masculine energy. Again, he's the protector. He is, you know, he doesn't use manipulation or anything to get his own way. He has strong foundations, but it could be asking us to get into our divine masculine, because we have both energies within us, because that is what's needed to be methodical more than into, you see that purple stone on his head, and it's like, I think that's the Aries ram, but that's peace of mind. Again, on life energy, through creating boundaries. But it could represent, with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, it could represent an actual man, a businessman coming in, who may be coming in with an idea, a new business venture. But I always look at the cards energetically within first, where we look at it from ourselves, and then that reflects out in the 3D in the form of people. Six of Swords fell out on the Emperor again. So this is moving forward, moving on to calmer waters. You know, they're facing, they've got their backs turned, they're going forward, they're not looking back. There's a castle in the distance. They're heading towards the castle. They're not looking behind them. There's the old saying, we're not looking backwards, and there's no point in looking backwards because we're not going that way. So again, this is moving on to new, and this is after a period of healing, taking care of oneself. Anything else on boundaries? Now, the King of Wands, he's got fiery energy. He's a businessman. He knows exactly what he wants. He's very sexual as well. He's very powerful. And again, this is masculine energy. He's holding that wand in his hand. He's a magnificent manifester. So we've got a lot of, so you may have had to create some boundaries with this man in particular, because he doesn't like taking no for an answer, as you can see by his face. But we've also got the Eight of Pentacles, and this is working hard at our craft, whatever that is, learning a new skill. But the 8, and we're in the year of the 8. 8 is, you know, keep going forward, keep moving. She is mastering this art of basket weaving, and she's doing it for everybody. She's so happy and content in her skill, if you like. And they, you know, it's really keep going, keep doing what you're doing, keep learning what you're learning, and get it to perfection. There's no point in making this basket if somebody picks it up and it's all going to fall apart. So practice, practice, practice is what I'm getting with that. And again, maybe moving into the King of Wands energy to get that done, because the Queen of Wands goes into her heart space a lot. She does a lot of shadow work. The King of Wands, again, is the masculine energy, the side of us that needs to, we've got, I mean, the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands. This is get the job done. Bottom of the deck there, we had the Moon. So I know we've not long had the new moon, and there's a lot of signs in Gemini at the moment. Give us some more. I'm going to move on to the other deck. Now that flew out on boundaries as well. So yeah, there we go. And then we've got Queen of Cups at the bottom. Creative, artistic, dreamy, romantic. She's in her heart space. She's overcome most of the cups. She's almost she's conquered, if you like, when she falls into the Five of Cups, which is disappointment, heartbreak, regret. She doesn't stay in there very long. She understands that nothing is permanent, it's all temporary. That fell out on boundaries again. So that is you know, I will not settle for anything less than I'm worth. And that lady there knows her worth. This could be male or female, but in the cards, you know, she knows her worth. Her peacock, she's got a peacock as a pet. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which again is, it's this new, it's learning this new, like I said, the Queen of Wands goes into the shadow and she comes out with something powerful. I always see the ones, this is a way, a new healing that's happened, or a creative fiery energy that she can use in the world for magic. It's on fire. It's that sacral chakra as well. Did I get that right? Yeah. Of you know, I can rather than I can't. And then the world card, which we had the other day, this is that all one feeling of feeling on top of the world, and the crown chakra is open. Those arms are backwards like that because they've surrendered. They've released. I let go of my need to control outcomes. The wheel turns and the world card comes as a completion. And that all feeling of being on top of the world, when you feel like you're on top of the world, you can, you feel like you can achieve anything. But the boundaries were, you know, the Five of Cups, she's heartbroken. It's disappointment. It's being let down. It's giving too much power away to other people, places, situations, and that feeling of rejection or, you know, sadness. But it's not good enough, and those are the boundaries that we have to install within ourselves to understand that everything we need comes from within ourselves. And you know, and again, could be I've given too much of my life energy away into this situation, place, job, whatever it is. It's not fulfilling me. It's not lighting me up, and it's caused me this, and I'm not prepared to do it again. I'm going to take a different path. Let's see what the Druidcraft Tarot got to say. So yeah, star energy. May have to cover that up somehow. But yeah, the star energy, which is wishing upon a star, wish fulfillments. But she's in flow. She's trusting the process. She's pouring water from the jugs. There's no, she's naked as well. So this has actually needed a level of vulnerability to get to this star energy, stripping off. But she is life energy, life force. But it's wishing upon a star and possibly having our wishes. I'm going to put her down out of view. Having our wishes fulfilled. And then the Chariot. The Chariot is mastering. It's like the dreams of driving your own car or being in a car with other people. The Chariot is mastering not only the light but the shadow, and taking control, moving in a new direction. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to move. You know, I've done this. I've completed this. The Wheel of the World, completed this. I've been through my Five of Cups, and I've, you know, done the healing, taken time out to do some healing on this. And it may have taken, you know, a lot of masculine energy to actually shift into the Chariot, to moving forward, laying down those boundaries, working hard on oneself even. That fell out. And again, we have the Six of Wands. This is a victory march. moving forward, all them flags flying. He's like, yes, I'm moving on to, this is my time to shine, is what the Six of Wands is. I've discovered that my life energy comes from within, from my heart space, going in and doing my shadow work, taking time to heal my shadow, and then coming out and shining. Being an example of that is, you know, that takes practice at getting it right. And also strong boundaries to make sure that we don't slip back into it. So Six of Wands, time to shine. Again, harvest. It's got that whole harvest feeling about it. So the Page of, oh, here we go. So the Page of Pentacles is slow, steady progress forward. He's not in a rush. He's trustworthy. He does what he says on the tin. And that could be, he could be coming in with an Ace of Pentacles, which he's got on his shield. And he's got his sword as well. He could be coming in with an offer, but it is this slow, steady progress. I'm not in any rush, but in order to lay strong foundations to become the King of Pentacles, they have to do things correctly, you know. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is equal giving and receiving. He's handing out, but he's also, you know, he's got enough. He's sharing what feels like he's a very wise old man, and he's giving his wisdom, you know, to others, and he's handing out pennies, but he's also in a receptive state. So there's equal balance of giving and receiving, and it could also be gifts coming in. So again, the Ace of Pentacles is gifts. These are universal gifts, if you like, coming in, almost like well done. And they can be in any shape or form. It doesn't have to be in money, but again, that is what creates the life energy, making sure that it's in balance and harmony with each other, giving and receiving. And that means boundaries. That's the King of Wands. Again, we've had him twice now. So yeah, he's on fire, this king. He's passionate. He knows exactly what he wants. He's very I'm gonna have a look at him, just because he's jumped out twice, and I know there's a thingy for him in the fairy cards, but I want to check this one. So here we go. Resolute, inquiring and optimistic. If not donating a person, this card signifies a windfall or negotiations, particularly around financial arrangements associated with marriage or divorce. Alternatively, it can refer to property settlements, charities, trusts, or art project funding. It can also indicate that you need to express your ideas, make important decisions, set goals, or seek guiding vision. So yeah, very strong. Came out twice. And again, bottom of the deck, we've got the World. And it is that one whole feeling of being on top of the world. It's like, I've actually gone full circle. I've completed this. I've mastered my swords, my cups, my pentacles and my wands. And I'm using all of these elements in the world to bring about the reality that I want to create. Now I'm going to move on to... let's see what the Labyrinth fairies have to say about this. Because they're quite, they can be like quite, what's the word? can turn it on its head sometimes. Let's see what... Oh. Ah. Now, this is exactly, I think, this card, the L'amour, is about doing shadow work. I mean, I'm guessing this, I'm going to have a read, but the fact that she's sitting on that head and moving forward and looking in a different direction suggests to me that it's shadow work. Number 30. Well, she's definitely moving in a new direction. Oh, no, right, okay, so let me... Right, so it's unconditional giving and unconditional receiving. If you're stuck or blocked in a situation, the L'amour turns up in a reading. You probably need to stop focusing on what you are trying to accomplish and simply give to others freely and generously and unconditionally. Try a few random acts of kindness, unconditionally given, of course. Go do some volunteer work. Mow your elderly neighbour's lawn or take homemade soup or flowers from your garden to someone you know who is ill. Give some help to a co-worker just because they need it. Give to a needy stranger, whether or not you think he deserves it. Take flowers into a hospital and give them to a stranger. So yeah, this is empty your purse of all your cash for a beggar on the street. It will fill up again much faster than you expect. This is about trusting, or yeah, if you are stuck or blocked, but it's trusting that the universe will take care of you. We're going to put... It is like, yeah, it's going, oh, I've only got a penny left, I'm going to give it away. And then that's that Six of Pentacles. He trusts that the universe provides, because there is no lack. We are only led to believe that there is a lack. Fell out on the Six of Pentacles. Again, the Oak Man. The Oak Man, this is obviously about wisdom. Very wise old man. Tree. Fell out on the 6. Number 47. Oh, straight on him. Strength, ancient wisdom and depth. This card depicts strength and wisdom of age. It also reminds us that what we need to know, what is truly there to be seen, cannot be discovered by a superficial glance and hasty reaction. In a reading, the Oak Men tell us to look slowly and deeply into the heart of the matter and see past the superficials of the surface. Consider the history of the situation in depth and learn from the past. Consult others with more experience. Learn from wisdom of the elders, both those available to you personally or those you encounter in books and elsewhere. In this matter, it would be wise to make your decisions after more pondering and studying of the situation. Consider motives in depth. Take action only after, through deliberation. The Oak Men tell us that haste may be at this moment our worst enemy. They also suggest that we might learn a lot from trees. Consider the trees, their wisdom, connect with a wise old one and ask for help. So I think that's to do with the boundaries. But it did also fall out on the Six of Pentacles. So again, it's that making sure or setting your boundaries to make sure that the giving and receiving is in equal balance. And it might be asking us to consult with wise ones or to just trust. But yeah, that fell out on there. So again, it's Six of Pentacles, life force, and the wise oak when dealing with a situation. the singer of healing and unity. So again, this is, you know, we had the healing cards here with the Four of Swords, the singer of healing. And this card talks about us actually being healers and giving and receiving healing. I'm going to read it. It's number 10. So 10 is again a cycle cleared out. This is the healer's card, and it represents of healing being given or healing being received. More usually, the singer speaks of both giving and receiving, because we cannot truly and freely give without receiving as well, which is true, which is the Six of Pentacles, boundaries to make sure that it's not Five of Cups. Drawing this card tells us both of a need and an opportunity for healing ourselves and perhaps others as well. As Warren, one of my teachers, said, healing is not something you do, it's something you are. And that's what they've done here in the Four of Swords. So that's just confirming that. And unity, number 1. So that's a beginning. Union, mystical experience and spiritual home. Ooh. How beautiful is that? Again, it looks very much like the life energy. When this card comes up in a reading, it is asking us to remember the mystical concept that we are all one, unified in a holistic universe. It reminds us to look at the needs and goals we have in common with others and to seek cooperation and community action rather than attempt. Where's it gone? To do everything on our own. To achieve our goals, we need the active cooperation of others, and to get that cooperation, we must be helpful to them and willing to work with their ideas as well as our own. It suggests that we think of things in terms of equal partnerships rather than in lines of hierarchy and authority. Unity also tells us we have much to gain by remembering our own wholeness. Resolution of inner conflict is often necessary before we can move ahead. It is important at this time that we work towards cooperation and reconciliation within and without. Seek the highest good of all involved and not merely your idea of highest good. Ask for divine energy of unity to permeate and guide you. How beautiful is that? So yeah, that is being at one within oneself, and then creates this feeling, and then it extends outwards. But there's got to be boundaries in place within ourselves. We have to walk the walk and talk the talk within ourselves, do the work on the inside, and then see it materialize on the outside. And recognize when it's not. It's almost like having an energetic scales. But that comes with knowing oneself. This is how I feel today. Really being in tune with yourself to recognize what's yours, what isn't yours. She of the crutch, I want to call it. It's probably not the right word. Number 5. Number 5 normally represents change. Where are we? There. there we go. She of the crutch may indicate a form of pregnancy, necessary time of nurturing and development. We need to be open to her overflowing grace. She may indicate a need to allow her nurturing grace to flow through us to others in form of unconditional love and giving and spiritual healing. She tells us of the need for unconditional receiving, of making the best of what we are offered. She also reminds us that unbounded love and grace is ours, just waiting to be accepted. The presence of this card in a reading radiates comfort and nurturing to the cards around it, which is what this feels like. To be around. Okay, we're going to close with a rose. So yeah, it looks like lots of business opportunities coming in. All the wands, very fiery, passion. 6 of Wands moving forward, but it's all about finding that equal balance and looking after your life energy. Source energy. How to keep it in balance, keep it in check. The crowning, intuition, thresholds, birth, rebirth, and a seat at the table. What a beautiful card. Everything's open to receiving. I love you lots.